Okay, class 7. Rusting. Rusting of iron, I have told what is it. Now, rusting, pure iron slowly reacts with atmosphere oxygen and presence in the moisture and forms brown compound and is called rust. That you have already read. Rust is soft and porous. It comes off the surface easily and expresses the inner pure iron to atmosphere, which for rusting, and slowly this rusting breaks the iron object, which makes it weak and useless. Chemical rust is a hydrated ferric acid formed due to the slow oxidation present in the atmosphere of the iron. The word skeletal equation of rusting is iron plus oxygen, moisture, long period of time, it will become hydrated ferric oxide. Rusting, it is an unwanted natural chemical reaction which weakens the iron object or structure in buildings, bridges, ships, railways, equipments, machineries. So all those iron things, frameworks of iron made of iron, have to be protected from being oxidized, as there is acetic acid present in the atmosphere, which speeds up the process of rusting. Presence of what the conditions of rusting of iron are the presence of oxygen in the air, water particles in the air. How can rusting be prevented? Rusting can be prevented by painting the iron object, by oiling or greasing it, by lead paint on it, or coal tar paint on them. The modern world heavily depends upon iron. It is therefore necessary that we save iron from getting rusted, because if we don't do so, then the things made of iron will very soon be destroyed. Several techniques have been developed, like painting. Talking about painting, small thin layers of paint is painted upon the iron objects, so that the iron object is not coming in contact with the air or water. Some painting materials commonly used are like oil greasing. Iron objects such as tools and machine parts are coated with thin film of water resistant oil or grease. Our vehicle parts, machines parts, the windows, gates, grills of the buildings, we can see that they are colored in red or orangish. That is lead paint, which covers the iron object from being exposed to the atmosphere. Also, coal or tar paint, black paints are used. Thick paint is used. That also resists the iron to be exposed in the water or atmosphere, which helps the iron from getting rusted. Big ships are painted so that they do not get, as they are submerged in the water, they do not get rusted staying in the water. Sometimes metal plating like galvanization is done. Galvanization, for instance, it is iron is treated with molten. It is galvanization. In galvanization, zinc is molted and iron objects are dipped in it to give it a color. This is highly rust resistant. It is used in iron objects such as pipes, roofs, tubs, buckets that are greatly exposed in. Buckets are always exposed in water because we are filling water in it. However, galvanized iron is not used in the containers where food materials are stored. Food materials are mostly acidic in nature and they destroy this galvanization object also. The acidic can react with the zinc producing a poisonous substance. So, food carrying objects are not galvanized. Sometimes electroplating is also done with copper, aluminum, chromium, tin, silver and nickel, which put a thin coating on the iron object using electric current. This technique is used in manufacturing the metallic objects such as jewelry, the junk jewelries that we wear, decorative articles that we buy for our houses, cutleries. Tin plating is also done for packaging containers like food and drinks, that soft drinks where zinc is not used, since tin is non-toxic and it will unlike zinc is reacting, tin is not reacting. The process in which thin layer of chromium is electroplated on the iron onto the object to prevent rusting is called chromum plating. In this process, a sheet of wrought iron is coated with thin layer of tin called tinning. Among all this, an iron pillar is standing near Qutub Minar in Delhi for centuries, but that pillar have never ever got rusted. It is one of the marvels of the ancient chemical engineering of India. Scientists have now found out that it was made of an alloy of iron which have high content of phosphorus, because experiments were going on to see why this material have never ever got rusted, exposed as it is exposed in the air for centuries. So research was going on, and now they have found that it is being alloyed with phosphorus. So that means if an iron is alloyed with phosphorus, then there must not be rusting going on that iron. Next is alloying. We will do in the next class, because we are not going to do the whole chapter. Okay, let me finish alloying. Alloying is mixing something with other metal. Iron, when mixed with other metals of chromium, nickel and manganese and carbon or silicon, they become stainless steels. The utensils that we use in our house, stainless steels, it is a part of iron only, which has been alloyed with these metals. They are highly corrosion resistant. You cannot find rusting in your utensils at home. They are used in making items such as surgical instruments, utensils and many other precaution tools. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.